So I am going to be showing you now how to use calculator to solve some of these questions. You can see question 2019 number 3. If you have your past question there, you can check 2019 question 3. Now I will show you how you are going to be using calculator to solve, as I've said earlier, and how to confirm your objective questions when you are your theory question when you are finished solving. Now look at it. Evaluate the conjugate of the complex number z equal, you can see what I have written on the screen, z equal 1 over 1 plus I. So you go to your calculator, see, you press mode. That is the first thing you do. You see number 1 computer, number 2 complex, go to press 2, that is complex. Now type the question on the calculator, like type it. I have 1 over minus 1 plus I minus 1. You see, as I'm pressing it, plus this is I here, this is I, press I. Press is equal to straight. So that's the answer. This is the answer to that question they ask you, but they say this is the answer to this question, but they say you should evaluate the conjugate. Don't forget conjugate. Conjugate actually means that you will just change this sign to plus, that's what I wrote here. Minus 1 over 2 plus 1 over 2 I. You get my point? So which is equal to minus 1 plus I over 2. That's option B from your past question. That's option B. We can even use your calculator to do to find the conjugate. You just press shift. When you get this answer now, press shift, then press 2. You can see complex on it. Please bring your calculator alongside and practice. If you don't understand anything, any area, you have to replay the video again. Do you understand my point? So that's what is happening here. So you press shift, then 2. So when you press 2, this one means argument, that is theta. This one means conjugate. This one means r and theta. Like if you want to get r and theta, you use this one. If you want to get a plus bi, you can use number 4. That is if you want to write in the Cartesian form. But I'm talking about conjugate. I'll press 2 of the answer. You see, the answer is minus 1 over 2 plus 1 over 2I. Then you check, just take the LCM. You'll see your answer in option B. Let's go to the next question. The next question is saying, as you can see, is 2019 question 11. Express 1 plus I in the conjugate of its polar. Now I want to convert this to polar form. Don't forget, I told you that if you want to convert to polar form, when I was treating the theory aspect, you need to find r and theta. R is square root of s squared plus y squared. So s is the real part, that's one. Y is the imaginary part. So don't forget, conjugate of its complex. Conjugate of 1 plus I is 1 minus I. I told you we just change this one to 1 minus I, as you can see. So then you get r is root 2. You get theta is 315. But if you use if you press this on calculator, you get minus 45. Don't forget, now you need to draw the Argand diagram. You need to draw the Argand diagram of this complex number. That is the first thing you need to do. This is 1 is, the real part is s as is, the imaginary part is y as is. Now s is 1, so this is where 1 is, so that means it's towards this direction. But the imaginary part is minus 1. Y is minus 1. Minus 1 is down, so this is where they meet. That's why I put it here, 1 minus I. So it falls at the 4th quadrant. Don't forget, this is the 4th quadrant. In the first quadrant you have theta. In the second quadrant you have 180 minus theta. In the third quadrant you have 180 plus theta. In the last quadrant you use 360 minus theta. So when you use calculator to do this, you will get 360. You will actually get minus 45. So just come here and do 360 minus 45. You will get 315. Do you understand? Because that is how they leave your answer. Now let me use calculator to solve it now. So I'm still on complex number. Look at what I'll do. I'll write 1 minus I. 1 minus I. So I'll press is equal to, so the answer is 1 minus I. So I'll now press shift 2. Shift 2 means complex. I need r and theta. Don't forget, I told you need to get r and theta. So I'll press 3. Answer, like that means it is. So what is showing now is answer. Give my answer in terms of r and theta. Do you understand? So I'll press is equal to. So you can see root 2. That means r is root 2. R is root 2. Then theta what calculator solve is minus 45. You are the one to convert it to fourth quadrant angle. You do 360 minus 45, you get 315. And don't forget the polar form of a complex number. I've written it for you in the objective. Z equal r cos theta plus I sin theta. So just put it there, root 2 cos 315 plus I sin 315. That is also option B. 2019 question 5 is another one. So this one is very straightforward. When you see any value they are giving in, or any value you are giving, maybe you are told to evaluate tan something or sin something or cos, maybe cos 315. Press it on calculator directly and check. Don't waste time doing this thing. Let me see. Look at what I've done. I've left complex now. I will go to shift and press 1. You see, do you understand? So it will come back to the normal calculator. Now press tan 75. So the answer is 2 plus root 3. That is from calculator. You can see that's the answer. Go and look for root 2 plus root 3 in your option. But if you look at the past question I'm giving, the answer is not in the option because none of them has 2 plus root 3. But you will see that they have 2 plus root 3 over 2, 2 plus minus 2 plus root 3. Go to the instruction of the question, of the whole mathematics. Go to instruction. If they say answer all question, if your answer is not there, shade E, because the answer is not there. But if they did not say if your answer is not there, shade E, what you need to do is that you choose the nearest answer. Like the nearest answer to this one will be 2 plus root 3 over 2. So I would have, assuming I was the one, I would have chosen A. That is my point. Now look at this one now. This is 2018 question number 8. That is the next thing we have. I did not see the question very well, but it's of this form. So if you have the question and you can see it very well from your own side, from your own end, please use it. Use calculator to get it. You will see that you will see your answer in the option. But let me just give you the idea. You say express 3 over 4 plus 5i in the form of a plus bi, where a and b are real numbers. So you just come and use calculator. That's what you need to do. You just need calculator. First come back to computer, complex, go to complex mode. You can see that. Then this one, you press 3 over, that's what you'll be doing, over 4 plus 5i. You see the way I'm pressing it, I don't need to solve anything. So it's equal to, you see, I have 12 over 41 minus 15 over 41. Assuming this was the original question, assuming this is a question, like any question you are giving this way, press it on calculator the way I'm showing you. It will give you your answer directly. Do you understand? So that is what I'm trying to say. It will give you your answer directly. Let's go to the next one. You can see now, you can see all what I'm doing so far. I'm just using calculator. Now look at this 2020 question, 2020 theory 1A. I've solved it before for you. And I was telling you there that you can use calculator to solve it. That I'm going to do another video that will show you how to use calculator to solve it. Now look at 2020 theory question number 1A. I told you press this on calculator. Since I'm on complex, look at what I'm going to do. I'll press 32. And what am I going to do there is to confirm your R and theta. Maybe you are not sure whether your R, you have to show workings. I have done that already. Go and watch the video if you have not watched it. Do you understand? So I have done that already, but you can confirm whether you are correct. That is the point of this one. Press 32 plus 0i. Do you understand? Is equal to, it will still give you 32 anyways. You need to find R and theta. Maybe you are not sure of your R and theta. Just press 2, complex 2. You press 3. Do you understand? To get your R and theta. See, R is 32. It just gave you 32. That means there is no theta. Theta means 0. Since it did not write theta out, theta is 0. So that means it just gave you only R. R is 32. Do you understand? So that is for this one. Then you will now continue the other process I showed you in how to complete the theory question. Look at this one, 2020 question 1B. I told you that you use calculator to confirm. Do you understand? 2020 question 1B. Now what am I trying to say? What I'm trying to say is that don't forget you need to get R and theta. Do you get my point? You need to get R and theta. So from what we got there, we got R to be square root of 4 minus 2 root 2, right? From what we solved earlier, 4 minus 2 root 2, and theta was 112.5. Now you can use calculator to confirm it. calculator to confirm. Don't forget, go to complex, then write the question out. The question is 1 minus root 2 plus I, right? 1 minus root 2. You see the way I'm writing it? Just normal plus I. You can be checking, like bring your own calculator as well and be trying it out. 1 minus root 2 plus I is equal to, you see, that's what it gives. Now shift of 2. If you look at that 2, this one means complex. So press 3 to get the r and theta. Press 3. You see, I have 1.0823, like 1.0823. That's why I've written here. And 225 over 2. 225 over 2 is 112.5. Do you understand? Now press calculator again. Like you can go to calculate. Like when you are done, just come press square root of 4 minus 2 root 2 to confirm. You get my point? So you see that they are the same thing. Like you must get the same thing. So that means that I'm very correct in this question I have done in that theory aspect. Now let's go to 2018. So this is also theory question 2018. You see, any complex number you have, actually you can use calculator to solve almost everything. Like you can use calculator to solve, especially if it's not an OBJ, like if it's not a theory question. Now look at this one, compute. This is 2018 theory question number 1A. This is it came out in question number 1A. Compute this. Now look at what I'm going to do. I don't need to do anything. Once my calculator is on complex, write the whole question the way you see it. Open bracket. You see what I'm doing? You know, I've solved it already. Don't forget, I've solved it already. 1 plus 3 over 1 plus I. 1 plus I. See what I'm doing? Come here, close it, then raise to the power of 2. That is what the question says. Press your answers to it. If this is an objective question, that's what you need to do. So it's equal to, you see what I have, 4 minus 15i. Although it's a theory question, I told you that you can use calculator to confirm your solution. You can see what I've gotten now. Now this other one, this 2018 theory number 1B says you should solve for x and y, and this is the question, right? So, and I've showed you in the previous what was it called, in the previous video, that you just need to cross multiply and you equate the real part, equate the imaginary part to get this simultaneous equation. If you don't know how to solve a simultaneous equation, you don't need to panic. You don't need to worry yourself too much. You will see the way we are going to solve it now. We can use calculator to solve simultaneous equation. So when you get to this simultaneous equation, just come to calculator. That's what you will do. So look at what I'm going to do. You can see I will press mode, go to number 5, equation. Do you see that? Number 1 is x and y, that is simultaneous equation. Number 2 is x, y, z, that is simultaneous equation of 3 unknown. Number 3 is s square x, as square plus bs plus c, that's quadratic. Number 4 is as cube plus bs square plus cs plus c, that's polynomial. Do you understand? But I'm talking about quadratic now, simultaneous now, so I'll press 1 of 2 unknown. You can see it's asking me. So this is equation 1. 4. The coefficient of x here is 4. Press it. Press 4 is equal to. The next one is the coefficient of y is 2. Press 2 is equal to. Now is equal to what? 3. Press 3. The next, you can see it has come to equation 2. It has come to number 2. That's minus 4. Press minus 4 equal to 2. Press 2. That's coefficient of y in equation 2. Then is equal to 4. Press 4. As you can see from this one here. So press is equal to, press it again. S1 is minus, x is minus 1 over 8. You can see s is minus 1 over 8. Then y is 7 over 4. So imagine you cannot even solve a simultaneous equation. You just write solving the simultaneous equation we obtain. You just write the answer for them. Do you understand? Now look at this question. Question 2020 question number 36. You are told that to find the point of intersection between, or the coordinate point between the two lines, right? What you just need to do there is simultaneous equation, as you can see. So the first line, write it as a simultaneous equation. You know, bring the 8 to the other side. You have 2s minus 3y equal 8. Then 3s plus 4y equal 5. Then use calculator to solve it. Don't forget, especially this is an objective question, you just use calculator. Come here, you go to equation, that's 5. Don't forget the simultaneous equation you want to solve. Press 1. The first one is 2, like the coefficient of s is 2 equal to the coefficient of y minus 3. Don't forget we are talking about equation y is equal to what? 8. Now come to equation 2. 3 then 4 is equal to minus 5, as you can see. So you solve. S is 1, y is minus 2, and that's all. So that's all for that question. Let's go to the next one. Now look at this one. You can see this one is 2019 question 6. So you know you are given that log 2 base 10 is 0.3010, log 3 base 10 is 0.4771, and you are now told to find the log, and you are also given log 7 base 10 in that question to be 0.8451, right? I now say that confirm all these ones on calculator first, like log 2, confirm them on calculator, come back to computer mode, press shift mode and 1. So if you press log 2 base 10, you will see that you will get 0.3010, or you might even decide to use this log 10 base 3, log 10, then 3 will be here. You will see you get 0.4771. So once you see that they are all the same, like once you press log 2 base 10, it give me 0.3010, and that's what is on the calculator. This one, like, you just press log. Look at what I'll do for this question. Instead of instead of wasting time racking my brain, no, they told me to evaluate log 72 base 14, right? So just press it on calculator, log 72 base 14. The answer is 1.6205. That's option A. Do you understand? Look at the next one too. 2019 question 15. They say you should evaluate log 3 base 2, log 4 base 3, log 5 base 4, log 6 base 5, log 7 base 8. Press it here too. Just be pressing log 2, log 3 base 2. Press it the way you are seeing it. Press it again, like write the whole expression on calculator. Log 3, log 4 base 3. That's what you will do. Press it, log. You see the way I'm pressing it. Then the next one, log 4 base 5, log 5 base 4. Then the next one, log 6 base 5, log 6 base 5, right? Then you see the way I'm doing it. Then next one, log 7, log 7 base 6. So then lastly, you see the way I'm writing it. That's how you write it too. You don't need to waste time. Log 7 base 8, so it's equal to, you see the answer is 3, and that's option C. Now the next question, 2018, look at it again. This is question 2020 question 8. 2020 question 8. You know, they are talking about AP there, that the fifth term of an AP is 14 and the 25th term is 75. That you should find the first term and the common difference. Now, for you to be able to solve this question, you have to know the nth term of an AP. You know, that's why I wrote it out. The nth term of an AP is a plus n minus 1d, right? And so that means T5, anywhere you see n, put 5. This one will be a plus 5 minus 1. The 5 minus 1 is 4. That's a plus 4d. You know, they give me fifth term. You know, they talk about fifth term in the question. Now the next one, the 25th term, they talk about 25th term in the question. So this one will also be a plus 24d. That is, put 25 here. 25 minus 1 will give me 24d. Now don't forget, they say the fifth term is 14. So this is a plus 4d equal 14. Though a is first term and d is common difference. Do you understand? So a plus 4d equal 14 from the question. Now the next one, a plus 24d equals 75 as well from the question. Do you understand? So at the end of the day, you will use calculator to solve the simultaneous equation. So you press shift 5, equation 1. What is coefficient of the equation 1? Coefficient of a is 1 is equal to coefficient of d is 4 is equal to what? 14. That's what you press. Next one, coefficient of a is 1 again. This other one is 24 now. You see the way I'm pressing it. Then the next one is equal to 75. So it will solve. So a is 9 over 5, as you can see, and then d is 61 over 20. So in reality, let me come back to a is 9 over 5. Convert it to decimal. I have 1.8. Then the next one again, y is d, that is y, that is d, is equal to 61 over 20. Convert it to decimal, you have 3.05. You will see that actually there is no 1.8 and 3.05 in the option, but then I think there's a mistake in that question. This is what they are supposed to write. This 25th term is supposed to be 74. I have, like, it is when I corrected it, I saw the answer in the option. Do you understand? It's not 75, it's 74. They made a mistake. So if you use this, if you actually solve this one, you will get a to be 2 and d to be 3. But meanwhile, assuming you may not have time to be thinking of the correct, assuming you find yourself in this condition in the examination, that they gave you a wrong question and you solve and you can't find your answer, choose the nearest answer. I told you before, if they say if your answer is not there, shade E, go and shade E. But if that is not in the instruction, choose the nearest answer. 1.82 is approximately 2. 3.05 is approximately 3. So you can still choose A equal 2 and D equal 3, and I think that's option A. Do you understand? Now the next one, you can see another one again. 2020 question 21. Question 21. You can see that you can solve actually more than half of the objective question using calculator. Now look at it again. It's talking about AP as well, right? It's talking about AP. Tn equal a plus n minus 1d. T7 will be what? A plus cz. Don't forget, a plus 7 minus 1d. T21 will be a plus 20d. And you are told in the question that the seventh term of an AP is 6. That's a plus 6d equals 6. And the 21st term is minus 22, as you can see. You are now told to find the 26th term. You can use calculator to solve this simultaneous equation. You know how to solve simultaneous equation now. So you will come here, you know how to solve it. Let me just do it one more time. So you go to press 1. So coefficient of this is equation 1, this is equation 2. So this is 1. Coefficient of d 6 is equal to 6. You can see what I'm writing. Then the next one, coefficient of a is also 1. Coefficient of d is 20. So press 20. The next one is equal to minus 22. So minus 22. So you will solve equal to, see, a is 18, d is minus 2. So you have gotten that. Don't forget, you will now come here to find t26. You have a plus n minus 1d. So t26 means that put anywhere you say and put 26. 26 minus 1 is 25. So that's why I have written a plus 25d. So that a is 18. 18 plus 2 times minus 2. You can press this on calculator to give you minus 32 straight, or you evaluate it this way. 18 minus 50, that's minus 32. That is B. If all these questions come out in your exam, you must not miss it. You must not miss it, please. Please, you have to get these ones. So now you can see, now look at this theory question as well. This is a theory question, 2019 theory question. I told you, for theory questions, what you need to do while you are using calculator is to be confirming your answer. It is to be confirming your answer. Please, you have to show working. It carries mark. Now don't forget, what they are talking about is they are talking about AP and GP. That AP is 2. The AP, the common difference of the AP is 2. The common ratio of the GP is 3. So, and don't assume they have the same first term. I've already explained in the theory I did in the first video. I've already explained that in the other video. Do you understand? If you have not checked it, then you may not get what I'm saying. I've already explained the whole concept here. What I'm doing here is how to use calculator to solve. So I said that for the AP, let the first term be A1. For the GP, let the first term be A2. So the term is T3 will be A plus 2D, right? A plus 2d, but d is 2, so that's why I have a1 plus 4. Then this one, ar squared, but r is 3. Don't forget, the n term of a gp is tn equal arn minus 1. So this one gives me 9a squared. So equation 1 will be a1 plus a2 equal 8. If you don't understand this one, I just go and watch this other video. Like, go and watch the other video. You can check the link at the description box for the other video. I treated theory. You will I explained this one better when you are solving it with hand. Do you understand what I'm doing? If you have checked that one before, you will understand what I'm doing here. Do you get my point? So now, for this equation 1, a1 plus a2 equal 8. Equation 2, a1 plus 9a2 is equal to 52 minus 4. What do I do? So I know I'm adding the t3s together. So this is a1 plus 4 equal 9a2, but I brought the 4 to the other side, so that's why I'm left with a1 plus 9a2 equal 52 minus 4. So I have these two equations, a1 plus a2 equal 8, a1 plus a2 equal 48. So you can solve this simultaneous equation using calculators I've showed you earlier. And you confirm whether you are correct or wrong. So when you use calculator, you get this. Try it by yourself. You will get what I'm trying to say. Now, the next question. This is an algebraic question again. 2020 question 13. You are told that if alpha and beta are the root of the quadratic equation 2s squared minus 5s plus 3 equals 0, that you should find alpha squared minus beta squared. Solve this quadratic equation on calculator. You can see. So go to mode. You can see, go to mode, then press 5. So I want to solve quadratic equation now. Press 3. So a is what? 2. Coefficient of s squared 2 is equal to b is coefficient of s, that's minus 5. Then c is 3 plus 3. You can see, just press 3. So solve it. Press is equal to 2 times. S1 is 3 over 2. That is the first root. And the second one, 1. So that means call the first answer alpha. Like I told you, I have explained earlier in the theory part that when you see this one, all these ones like this, what they mean is that, I've told you before, all these ones like this, what they mean is that it is if alpha and beta are the root of the quadratic equation, it means that alpha has a value. Alpha is one of the answer, beta is the other answer. So let alpha be 3 over 2 and let beta be 1. So do alpha square plus beta square. So you can just come here again, go to computer 1. You can come here, alpha square, this is 3 over 2. If you don't know how to do alpha square, that's 3 over 2 all square minus 1 square. If you cannot evaluate this with your hand, you can use calculator. You just open a bracket, 3 over 2. You can see quickly on calculator, 3 over 2, then close it, all square. You can see plus minus rather 1 square is 1. So the answer is 5 over 4, option C. Fast. Do you get that? Now look at this one again. 2020 question 14. The next question that follow as well. They say if alpha and beta are the root of the quadratic equation 2s squared plus 5s plus 3 equals 0, that you should find alpha cube plus beta cube. The same thing, the same way we did it now. Look at the way to solve quadratic equation. So press mode 5, right? Then 3 is for quadratic equation. You can see that. So your a1 here is your a is 2 because that's coefficient of s squared. Your b is 5, coefficient of x, and your constant is 3. So it's equal to, press it again. So s1 is minus 1. So you can see the first answer is minus 1. The second answer is minus 3 over 2. So call the first answer alpha, call the second answer beta. So you just do the cube, alpha cube plus beta cube, that is minus 1 cube plus minus 3 over 2 cube. So press it on calculator, you will get minus 35 over 8, and that is the answer, option B. Do you get that? So let's go to the next set of questions. Look at this one now. 2020 question number 33. 2020 number 33. Now you can see you are given f of s. They say f of s is equal to something, and the next one, g of s equal to something. That find the value of s for which f of s equal g of s. So f of s is equal to this and g of s is equal to this. Equate the two together. Do you understand? Then collect like terms. you know, this is obviously you are going to get the quadratic equation. So this is 2s squared. Bring this s squared to the other side, it becomes minus s squared. You have minus 3s. Then this minus is, bring it to the other side, it becomes plus 6, right? Then I have minus 2 here. Bring this minus 4, it becomes plus 4 equals 0. So 2s squared minus s squared is s squared. Minus 3 plus 6 will give me plus 3. Then minus 2 plus 4 will give me plus 2 equals 0. So you can use calculator to solve this quadratic equation you now have. So solve it, you get minus 1 and minus 2, option B. Then you go to the next question straight. So the next one, you can see 2020 question 34. They say that find the value of s if these following points are collinear. What's the meaning of collinear? That means that they have the same gradient. So what is the formula for gradient? y2 minus y1 over s2 minus s1. That means if you take any, you know, you are given 3 points. If you take any of the 2 points and find the gradient, they must be the same. That's the meaning of collinear. Do you understand? So now let me take these first 2 points. So that's why I call this one x1. The first thing in the bracket is s1, y1. This is s2, y2. Do you understand? Since I have a third one, I just say let me call it s3, y3. Do you understand my point now? So you will do s2 minus, see, y2 minus y1 over s2 minus s1. This is y2. That's why I have s minus 3 minus s1 y1. Y1 is, you see, minus, I open a bracket because when I'm done, this minus will open this bracket. So minus, open bracket, s minus 1 all over s2 is s minus s1, that is minus 1. So it's equal to, open the bracket here, s minus 3 minus s plus 1. S minus s will give me 0. Minus 3 plus 1 will give me minus 2. You can see that. Then at the denominator I will have s plus 1. So this is the gradient. Don't forget, the formula for gradient is y2 minus y1 all over s2 minus x1, as you can see. So I have minus 2 over s plus 1. Leave that one. Then again, I told you the meaning of collinear is take any, if you join this first one and the second one and you find the gradient, and you join this second one and the third one and you find the gradient, and you join this first one and the third one and you find the gradient will be the same because they are collinear. So I just say let me find the gradient between these two ones. You know, don't forget it's y2 minus y1 all over s2 minus s1. So since I have this one, I just write y3 minus y2 all over s3 minus s2 because I'm using this one. You know, if I have s1 and y1, it will be y2 minus y1 over s2 minus s1. So I have this one y3 minus y2 all over s3 minus s2. That is gradient. So y3 is 3. You can see minus s y2 is s minus 3 all over s3, that is s minus 6 minus s2 is x. So it's equal to, you have this one, open the bracket, you have 3 minus s plus 3. 3 plus 3 will give me 6 minus s all over s minus s will give me 0. I'm left with minus 6. Do you understand? So that is what you are going to have. So if you don't understand, please, you have to replay the video again and listen very well. If this type of question come out in your exam, please, I beg of you, you have to get all these things. It is very simple. Like you can see the way we have been solving them. Please, you just have to get the answer. You get my point? And don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel, please. Thank you. Now you equate the two because they must be the same. That is the point for collinear. So minus 2 over s plus 1 equals 6 minus s all over minus 6, right? So now I have cross multiply. I have x plus 1 over 6 minus s equal minus 6 times minus 12 minus 2 times minus 6 is 12. Expand it. When you expand the way you know how to expand and get to this point. So when I was done expanding, I have minus s squared plus 5s minus 6 equal to 0. So use calculator to solve this quadratic equation. You will get s to be 3 and 2, option A. Do you understand? Do you understand? So that is that's calculator. You know how to do it now because I've explained very well how to use a calculator to solve quadratic equation. Now, and I say or, look at this one, and I say or, that is another way you can use to find the answer to this one. This previous one, instead of working, stressing out yourself like this, solving, once you get the gradient, you know, I first of all do gradient. I obtain the gradient minus 2 over s plus 1, 6 minus s over minus 6, and I equated it. You can also see at this junction, you can solve using calculator. Do you get my point? you can solve using calculator at this junction. Do you understand? Instead of you cross multiplying to get a quadratic equation, look at what will happen here. So that's why I said or. So at that junction, like, look at what I wrote, that is at this point I can just come to calculator. Look at what I will do. Look at how I'm going to solve it on calculator mode. Go to 1, go to computer mode, that is the normal mode. Press this thing on calculator as you are seeing it. Look at how I'm going to press it. Minus 2, right, over s plus 1. See s here. See s here. Hold your calculator and be doing it too. See s here. Go to alpha. See, s is written in red. Go to alpha. This one too is written in red. Anything written in red, to press it, you have to press alpha. Anything written in something like green, or what I said green, something like yellow, so you press shift. So you press alpha and press s. You see that s plus 1. Press s plus 1. Now it's equal to look at it's equal to here. Do you see my arrow? It's equal to here. Press shift. No, before you do that, come out here. Because if you press this equal to, it will write under the distance. Let me press it so that you can see what I'm saying. You see where it's writing, so you don't need it there. Delete. So come out. You see, come out. When you come out, then it's equal to, right, 6 minus x. You know, it's also another fraction. 6 minus, then see s again. 6 minus s. Press alpha. S all over minus 6, right? So look at solve. So shift solve. It will be telling you solve for s. Don't mind what is written down here, just press solve for s. Is equal to, you see, it got s to be 3. Do you understand? Solve for s, it got s to be 3. So now when it got s to be 3, go to the option. So the only problem with this one is that it will only give you one answer. So go to the option, the one that and there are 2 answers you must get. Go to the option, the one that have s to be 3. If it's only one option that have s equal 3, then you are good. Like, that means that will be the answer. Maybe they put s equal 2 and 3. Then there is no other option that has s equal 3. Did you get my point? Then you are good to go. You just pick that option. But then, assuming there are 2 options that has s equal 3, maybe the first option have s equal 2 and s equal 3, and the second option have s equal minus 2 and s equal 3. You know what you are going to do? You will have to pick from those 2 options. You will do this thing again. You know what you have written now. You will press shift. You will solve again and check for the second answer. You know, it says solve for s equal 2. Press it. Solve for s equal 2. It must give you 0. You can see when s is 2, it gives me 0. So that means the answer is 2 and 3. But assume, let me solve for s equal minus 2 now. Solve for s equal minus 2. Solve for s equal minus 2. You can see that I change it to 2 back and to 0. So that means the answer is s equal 2 and s equal 3. But meanwhile, that is how to solve any equation. Any equation apart from simultaneous equation, you know how to solve that one. So please just be getting all what we are saying so far. Just be getting it like that. Do you understand? So any kind of question like this, you can solve it using calculator easily. Do you understand? So now the next one, 2019 question 8. You have s squared plus 5x plus 6. They say that you should form a quadratic equation once what's it called? Whose root are alpha square and beta square. Do you understand? And don't forget, look at what I wrote here, this place. This is the general form of writing a quadratic equation: s square minus sum of root s plus product of roots equal to 0. So don't solve this one using calculator. You know how to do that. S equal minus 3 and minus 2. That is the answer. So you will now do alpha square. So I told you earlier, call the first number alpha, that's minus 3. Call the second one beta. So alpha square plus beta square means minus 3 square plus minus 2 square. You can solve that with your hand, or you use calculator to solve it. You will get 13. Then alpha beta square, that is minus 3 square times minus 2 square. That's minus 3 square is 9. 9 times 4, 36. So the answer will just be s square minus, don't forget, sum of roots. Why am I doing alpha square plus beta square? No, don't forget, they told me that alpha square and beta square are the root of the quadratic equation I'm to form. So sum of root means that sum the root together and product of root multiply the root together. So the sum of root I got 13, that's s square minus 13s plus 36 equals 0. The answer is A. Now, do you understand? So now the next one, you can use calculator to do that. Since you've been following this video since, I know that you are already you get what I'm trying to talk about. Now look at the next one, 2020 theory question 3bi. If you look at 2020 theory question 3bi, you are told to evaluate. I've done that in the theory part, like where I solve in the theory. They say you should evaluate summation of n starting from 1 to 4 of 3 minus 2 over 5 n minus 1. Whenever you see question like this, check this place. If they say n starting from 1 to a number, once what you have here is a number, you can use calculator, except it's a letter. No, at times they can say summation of k starting from 1 to n. You cannot use calculator. But once you see that what is here is a number, you can use calculator. Let me show you. Come here on. You can see the summation symbol here. So it is like yellow. So shift, press it, you can see summation here. I'm going to write exactly what I have here. Don't forget, they wrote s here for me. That means I'll change anywhere I see n, I'll change it to x. So I can say, okay, now I have a summation. I'll write, see what I have here. I have a 3, right, open bracket, then minus 2 over 5, right, close the bracket, raised to power s minus 1, since I have changed my s to n, so I have x minus 1. So I will now come here, s starting from 1 to 4. That is what I'm going to do. S starting from 1 to 4. That is what I'm going to have. So I'll press equal to. So once I press equal to, my answer is 261 over 125. 261 over 125.